What's going on, America? Today is January 10th, 2021. I am your host, Corey, and you're watching Break the Chains Media. It has been a literal fire hose of information since Friday. I can't even keep up. Any cognitive human that was trying to watch and see this unfold and see this come through, good luck. But Trump has basically been banned off of every major platform on the internet. I don't think he can log into MySpace. He probably doesn't. I mean, he might have to use Alta Vista now. I don't know. Is that it's still a thing? Who knows? But at this rate, it's scary. It's Orwellian. It's frightening to see the sitting president have literally no voice because they think he's inciting violence. I don't know what anyone else has heard, but he's basically said nothing to the sort. His movement on Wednesday was not about violence. He condemned the people that entered the Capitol building. He's put out several statements, and ironically, those statements have been taken off. They took his POTUS. He took the real Donald Trump account down. Then he tried to tweet through POTUS. They removed those tweets. So here's the real question. Are they scared of him saying lies and misinformation? Or are they trying to stop things that he's trying to say that they don't want the public to know? That's the real question, folks. And we're going to get into all that. I've got that to speak about. I've got, during the raid, Pelosi's laptop was taken. So there's that kind of interesting thing. I don't know who took it. I don't know. They're looking into investigation about it, but we'll get into that. The Democrats are trying to invoke the 25th Amendment on Trump because apparently anything he says now is violent and he's just completely unhinged. You know, it's the same talking points they've been saying for the last 4 years. And, we're just going to get into all that kind of stuff and see what happens in the coming week. I mean, it's going to be a wild ride until the inauguration day. We're going to say that much. But if you're just watching for the first time, please check out all of my alt-tech sites. Check out my own website, www.breakthechains.media. I do a lot of design work, artwork, as well as make these podcasts and video casts. And it's a great thing to keep in touch. I mean, it's my own website, so that's good that hopefully I won't get deplatformed. I mean, we'll see, right? But I have a BitChute account, I have a Rumble account, I have Minds, Gab, it's all there. So links are going to be in the description. Please like, share, subscribe, and let's get right into the news. So first things first, we have a ridiculous image of the image of all of the platforms that Trump is now banned from. Facebook, Twitter, Google, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram, Shopify. Apparently, if you buy something that has pro-Trump merchandise, that's inciting violence. So anyone that sells that kind of stuff, you better grab it while you can. Reddit, Twitch, because Trump is streaming all of the hot games right now. YouTube, TikTok. Well, of course, TikTok's garbage, Chinese-owned anyways, and Pinterest. So all of this is all something that the sitting president is no longer able to speak his voice out through. And I've also gotten reports that the current iOS and Google Android phones and your apps on your phone, if your auto update right now, make sure your auto update is off, because apparently because they're worried that he's going to use the national broadcast, the alert system, to address people, because that's basically his only voice that he has now, is to use the national broadcast alert. So the iOS and the platforms are trying to update your phones and stuff so that you are no longer going to receive that notification. So they're going to that much of an extreme to silence our sitting president. And it's all based on this Wednesday attempt at the Capitol, which, in all honesty, I've looked at more videos and there's more evidence out there now. There was Trump supporters that actually made sure that Antifa was the ones breaking down the windows and breaking the glass. And they were wearing all black and they were hitting. There was actually a video of a Trump supporter coming up and taking him away from the window and saying, "No, don't do that." And then eventually others started breaking the window, and and they use that mob mentality to break in. And then you got all the useful idiots, the Q-tards, the Q-laters, sipping on that Kool-Aid, baby. They went in because they think they're making the right decision, and they're just ignorant, useful idiots, and it's a shame. But that's what happened on Wednesday. Capitol Police let them through. I mean, you would think that Capitol Police would be able to stop if they knew that a protest was there. They should have all of the efforts needed to stop a protest. But they had basically mall cops standing there with batons trying to stop these people. Oh no, don't come in. Oh, you got me. And then they run through. Oh, come on through, guys. We'll take photos with you, take selfies with you. That's great. Okay. Something's fishy about that in itself. That's old news now, right? It's 3 days later. It's completely old news. Now we got to talk about how conservatives and Trump are being completely deplatformed and censored off the internet. Thousands and thousands of accounts are being purged off of Twitter, off of Facebook. And this is something you don't see in America. You shouldn't see in America. This is straight out of China. So we got this article here from The Blaze. Conservatives push back against big tech censorship. Nikki Haley says Twitter's ban of Trump is what happens in China. It's straight up. To silence a sitting president. It's with this all the private company. Oh nope, I don't want to go to Twitter. Gosh dang it, Twitter, get out of here. No. Oh, again, that's great. I love you. Thank you. If you're a private company, I'm sick of you talking about the private company stuff. Okay. This is talking about platforming speech, and we're not inciting violence. So these things should not be removed. And you have so many calm, peaceful, patriotic conservatives and pro-America constitutional groups being purged. It's all about censorship. It's all about control. Straight out of Orwell's 1984, dude. It is insane. Yeah. It will not promote unity and healing, Representative Jim Jordan. It would only divide us further. Straight up. Big tech censorship's on the move. They're coming down hard. So that's why you go to Gab, you go to Minds, you go to Parler. Parler is actually being taken off of Amazon's web hosting. So that might be something we have to look into later. But Rumble seems to work, BitChute, Gab. So check out all of our fellow free speech and pro-constitutional people there. In other news, we've got Nancy Pelosi's laptop was taken on the 6th. And apparently, this is still unconfirmed, but we don't know what was taken. They have to get an inventory of what was lost. They're worried about bugs or malware being installed and all this other thing. No one was doing that. That wasn't the thing. But they did say that someone did take her laptop, and that might be one of the reasons why she's so adamantly charging forward with this impeachment, with the removal of Trump, with you need to take his military powers away. Like, what was on her laptop? We need to. We don't need to know, but taking someone's private property off of their desk. That in itself, I don't support. I don't support that at all. It's not right, but that is a breach of our government. She's the Speaker of the House. As much as you hate her, as much as you dislike what she says or how she acts, something you shouldn't happen. So the protesters breached the Capitol. Trump held a speech and repeated assertions of the election fraud and irregularities, although he didn't call on the demonstrators to breach the Capitol, commit acts of violence. So that in itself right there is saying that Trump did not incite violence, yet here we are having him being completely deplatformed. What does Trump know? What is Trump's knowledge on this whole situation? Why are they trying to silence him so hard? Like, complete Chinese internet full censorship. Hit that internet censorship switch. What is going to happen in the next 10 days? Democrats are trying to impeach Trump. And Alan Dershowitz from the Epoch Times, Alan Dershowitz said Democrats have virtually no chance of successfully impeaching and removing President Trump before the inauguration day. They got 9 days to do it. Government is designed to move slow, and they have 9 days to try to impeach him. They're going to probably put out the articles tomorrow, which is Monday, and then they're going to try to vote on it maybe within the next week. But then after that, you got the election. Dershowitz, which I don't really care for personally, but I mean he's a lawyer, so there's that. The Constitution specifically says the president shall be removed from office upon impeachment. It doesn't say that the former president. Congress has no power to impeach or try a private citizen, whether it be a private citizen named Donald Trump or named Barack Obama or anyone else. So once he becomes a private citizen after the election or after the inauguration ceremony, you're not going to be able to impeach this person. Now, that being said, that's not going to stop states and other bodies to try to sue him for other means. And who knows? I mean, there's going to probably be a laundry list, a litany of people trying to sue him and defame Trump and try to put him in jail. I guarantee you there's going to be something coming from New York. But it's insane. I can't believe we're going to be living through these kind of times. I mean, I would never expect in 100 years that I would be living through such a hard push for censorship, control. I mean, we all knew the big tech had a monopoly over us, but to the extent of silencing our government elected officials, the leader of the free world, like that is something else entirely. So something has to be in the works as far as what they're scared of Trump putting out to the public, or what he's going to be saying to us, or how he's going to deliver something. I'm woefully optimistic that something has to happen. What will he say to the American people? What are they trying to silence him from saying? We also have free delivery and pickup. Amazing. That's great. Pelosi pressed the Pentagon on safeguards to prevent Trump from ordering a military action. Now this is something that kind of is blowing my mind, because Pelosi asked Mark Milley that if Trump were to say anything or enact some sort of military action, she's talking about nukes. She's saying, "Oh my gosh, if Trump's going to nuke us, we're going to, or nuke someone. We got to stop him because he's unhinged. He's unhinged and he's calling for violence." All right. Okay. No. Trump has had all the opportunities to go to war. He's actually stopped wars. He's tried to bring people back to the United States, end foreign wars. He's been nominated for 4 Nobel Peace Prizes, okay, for whatever Nobel Peace Prizes are worth anymore. They're basically cereal box rewards. But, she asked the commanding military officers to stand down if Trump were to say anything, and they responded, "Mr. Trump is still the commander-in-chief. Unless he is removed, the military is bound to follow his lawful orders. While military officials can refuse to carry out orders they view as illegal or slow the process by sending those orders to careful legal review, they cannot remove the president from the chain of command. That would be the amount to a military coup," the official said. So Nancy Pelosi is the one actually asking for a military coup, not Trump, okay? Anyone calling Trump a dictator or trying to stage a coup, a dictator wouldn't be deplatformed off of all the major tech platforms, okay? A military coup would not be installed by someone who's only trying to instill peace and ask for they're peacefully to protest, okay? Nancy Pelosi is directly here asking for, she should be the one that is used, removed from office, okay? So that's enough of that. But, we've got some wild times coming, and I am just really worried that this is only going to lead to worse. This is only going to lead to more terrible things. Right now, I'm kind of a small content creator. I'm trying to start up. So if you guys could check out my website, check out my alt tech platforms, subscribe, share, let people know that there's new people. There's people coming into this fight. I've been watching this. I've been researching. I've been doing this kind of stuff for 15 plus years. Okay, 9/11 was what woke me up to the world, right? To break the illusion kind of thing, break the chains kind of thing, right? But every day they're encroaching more and more on us. And the only way to do that is to stand up and fight, say something in a peaceful, non-violent way. We're fighting back with our voice, and we're trying to make people learn the truth, you know. And if the mainstream media, if the big techs and the Democrats, all these people are siding together to silence their opposition, what is that? What comes from that? You know, Chinese-style censorship, Orwellian control. Okay. So with that being said, folks, my name is Corey. This is Break the Chains Media. You can find me out on my website here. This is on my website. Check me out there. And as always, fight for freedom.